for the most part for the next 3 months as we bring you high school basketball once again for another year.
Yeah, the fun part about it is we're inside now, and with the weather being so crappy out, it's great to be inside sports and moving away from the football. Although there was a lot of action today and yesterday down at Madison.
Yeah, there certainly was, and now we turn our attention to basketball as few schools wrap up the high school football season. Our teams have long since packed away the helmets and pads, and they've traded in footballs for basketballs, and away we go for the next 3+ months.
That's right. It should be fun here. I love the basketball season, and I think you do too. A lot more games and a lot more action, and again, a lot warmer.
Yeah, because we're indoors. The press boxes move indoors just like the sports, so we're happy about that, and glad we can bring you this early season Clover Belt matchup tonight on Sports Radio 92.3 FM WOSQ. Columbus and Colby here this evening. And stay with us. Our pregame report continues following these messages. 90 seconds. 90.
We raise funds through membership dues, donations, raffles, spirit merchandising sales, concessions, and a variety of other activities. The funds raised directly benefit every sport at Columbus Catholic. Contact Joe Konieczny at Columbus High School at 387-1177 to become a Booster Club member today.
You know what makes the Black Friday event so great at Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side? The fact that you don't have to wait until Black Friday to start saving. Get up to $13,000 in savings on a new 2017 Ram Bighorn Crew Cab during the Black Friday sales event. Carry all the cargo you need with no payments until February. Speaking of carrying cargo, check out the new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica with seating for up to 8. During the Black Friday sales event, you can have no payments until February and get up to $4,000 in incentives on the fuel-efficient and technology-packed Chrysler Pacifica. There's also big savings on the new Dodge Caravan. Seating for 7 and lots of cargo space makes this the perfect vehicle for families on the go. And with $47.50 in rebates, Brickner Motors can help you find the one to fit your budget. Come to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let their family take care of yours during the Black Friday sales event. On now until November 30th. Incentives may require owner loyalty or financing with Chrysler Capital. See dealer for details.
All right, welcome back to Columbus High School. Dons and Hornets here tonight on WOSQ as our pregame report continues. Let's bring in Marty Draxler, head coach of the Columbus Dons girls basketball team. Coach, coming off a tough one up at Rib Lake on, what was it, Tuesday night?
Correct, Tuesday night. We definitely lost, obviously, but I thought we played very well, and we learned something about our team. The girls are very new to me, obviously, so it took a little bit. We did some things extremely well. Obviously, we have things to work on, and we lost to a very good team. I think by the end of the year, they're going to be 1 or 2 in their conference, and we're not blessed with a whole lot of height. And then a young lady in the post that was 6'1", so in the second half, she gave us some fits. So.
All right, so you said you learned some things about your team. What were the takeaways from game one?
I believe that we're 8 deep. You know, we've got some kids that can shoot, and we're quick, and we have to use that to our advantage.
Okay, so, I mean, you got 5 starters and 3 off the bench, but it's really, I mean, you don't see it that way?
Oh, that would be correct. I believe that any one of those girls could start on a given night, and probably our opponent is going to dictate who we start. I mean, if we need to be a little bit taller, we're going to have to bring our version of a taller lineup in. If they're a little bit shorter, then we're going to probably go a little bit quicker.
Okay, so what did you see on Tuesday? I mean, you go back and you look at some of the numbers. Hey, Addison Biro gets 8, and you look at Marissa Immerfall, she had 5 points, but she had 10 rebounds, sort of picking up where she left off, although I thought maybe that point total would be a little higher.
She played a very good game. I believe she had 5 shots blocked on her.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the young lady up there was 6'1", and her arms gave her another 2 or 3 inches on her height.
And then Morgan had 10 points. What did you see from Morgan first game out?
She didn't surprise me. She can shoot well from the outside. We did a nice little inside-out stuff. If she's squared up and gets that pass from the post back out, she shoots extremely well. Not surprised.
What were the surprises? You never know what you got when you're practicing each other and after that first game experience, was there anything that maybe you saw that you didn't expect to see coming out of that first game?
No, I was pretty much on the same page.
All right. Well, and now you're ready for what is it, 22 or 3 more of these, right?
Yeah, we're ready to have fun. I mean, and the group has fun, and they work hard. And from a coach's point of view, that's all you can ask. They listen to what I ask them to do. Most of the time, they succeed. Obviously, it's not 100% of the time.
Yeah. Who are the teams to beat, you think, in this conference? If you had a chance, I mean, you spent so much time on the boys' side here at Columbus. I'm sure you haven't really had time to do a whole lot of research on that kind of thing yet, have you?
I personally don't know, but I'm blessed with some pretty good assistants. John Albrecht has been around for 5 years, and according to him, Colby's definitely in the hunt. Neilsville's in the hunt. Loyal, I believe, to be in the hunt, and hopefully we're right behind them.
Yeah, a lot of the same teams that we've been hearing about for a couple of years now are back. Well, I mean, Loyal, obviously, winning state last year, and Colby was on the cusp with that deep playoff run a year ago, and I guess Neilsville is always Neilsville, aren't they, it seems?
Yeah, we would all take Neilsville's down here.
Yeah, you got that right. Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck here tonight.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
All right, Marty Draxler, head coach of the Columbus Dons. Columbus and Colby here tonight. Stay with us. More after this.
Harder things better together.
Looking for that special place to call home?
All right, 90 seconds here.
Needs one of the
90.
With a community bank. You're independent, so are we. Partners Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Harder things better together.
Are you ready? It's time to save at Courtesy Auto and Truck Center in Thorpe. Upgrade your current ride today, and you can receive a free remote start. That's right. The sign-in event is going on with over 150 new and used vehicles to choose from. Courtesy Auto and Truck Center has generous trade allowances and low interest, which will help you save even more. The cold winter months are coming. Who wouldn't love a free remote start with your new ride? So stop in today and visit the folks at Courtesy Auto and Truck Center. They're just off Highway 29 in Thorpe, or visit drivecourtesyauto.com.
I like to go bowling with my friend Bert, with my bowling ball and bowling shirt. Bowling is my kind of game.
Be a part of the Turkey Day Shootout at Rose Bowl Lanes with men's and ladies divisions and up to $200 donation from Taco Bell for the prize fund. Bring the kids for the Youth Turkey Hunt Tournament. Winners get scholarships and the medals go to the top 3 finishers. $20 entry fee plus free coffee and donuts.
Bowling is my kind of game.
Thanksgiving morning at Rose Bowl Lanes in Marshfield.
All right, we are just about set for high school girls basketball here tonight on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield, and online at WOSQFM.com. Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast here tonight, and alongside Todd Schultz, I'm Mike Warren, and Todd, we were at Chippewa Falls a week ago for Abbotsford Falcons football, featuring quarterback Ian Rao. Now a week later, we've got his Uncle Randy on the sidelines coaching the girls of Colby. Randy Rao, the head coach, and he's told me before the game, we didn't have time to run his pregame interview because we're running short on time. We got started real late here tonight. They didn't start the JV game till after 6 o'clock. And those games are supposed to start at 5:45, as I understand it. So that's why this varsity game, which was supposed to start 4 minutes ago, is still about 2 minutes away from starting. But Randy tells me he's got most of his points back from a year ago, the team that made that sectional run up at Coleman last year, and just about, well, they should have won the game, basically, but he graduated 2 seniors. He's got most of his points back from a year ago. Watch out for this Colby team this year.
Yeah, I know when you were talking about them, you were really excited about this Colby team because you had covered them a lot last year, or at least a few times last year, and you said, yeah, they're really going to be good this year, and they're definitely on an uptick here in their program, and that's obvious because they got a lot of girls back, and you can see, and also their JV looked pretty good tonight too. They played a really good game against Columbus tonight and really kind of took it to them, so kind of looks like he's got some other athletes coming up as well on the JV team to help supplement the girls that are going to be leaving after this year, and they got looks like they got 4 seniors, I believe, this year. So they've got some talent coming up to help them in the future years. So this could be a good program for a few years going strong.
Yeah, should be. You're right about that. They've got, again, most of their points back from that sectional team a year ago. Should be a good test for Columbus tonight, which, yeah, they've got 8 players, solid players with a lot of experience, but 8 is all they have.
Yeah, and 8 will be okay because they got a lot of young, quick girls that should be in pretty good shape and should be able to run pretty well. But as Coach Drexler said, Columbus has got to get out and run the ball. They got to run. They got to use their quickness because they obviously don't have the size at all this year, losing like Kendra Byrel and some of those girls from last year, some of the taller girls. And they just got to get out and push it and try to beat Colby up and down the floor.
All right, just a few minutes away from basketball here on WOSQ. We'll have the starting lineups from Columbus High School here in Marshfield in just a moment.
When times are good in agriculture, everyone claims to be an ag bank.
All right, 90 seconds here, 90 seconds.
Dedicated to the long-term financial success of our farmers. That commitment to agriculture has been our way of life for 105 years. Why we are involved in a number of farm organizations, why we have expanded our ag staff, and why we will be here for this generation and the future generations on your family's farm. Citizens State Bank of Royal, Granton, Neilsville, Spencer, and Marshfield. We finance Wisconsin's agriculture.
Victory Apparel of Marshfield is the place to go for all your hometown team apparel.
Tom, make it 2 minutes here, a 2-minute break. Make it a 2-minute break. 2 minutes.
A team apparel in stock now. Victory Apparel, just south of the tracks on Central in Marshfield. Your official fanwear store for high school and NCAA team apparel. Plus custom screen printing and embroidery for schools, organizations, and businesses.
Everything you need for Medicare coverage. Oh, can't forget the red tape.
I'll take that.
What are you doing? You can't just take away red tape. Red tape and bureaucracy are what make this world go round. Without them, it'll be chaos.
People don't like red tape, so I take it away. But they do like red velvet cupcakes. That's not sanitary.
Winter is right around the corner, and you've got to be prepared for whatever the weather throws at you. Thankfully, you're a pro with lots of winters under your belt. You know Toro snow throwers are powerful enough to take on Mother Nature's hardest snowfalls. Wet snow, heavy snow, you can look Mother Nature in the eyes and say, bring it on, because you own a Toro. Visit Bill's Service Center, Highway 97 in Stratford to experience Toro snow throwers for yourself. So bring on winter. You'll be ready for it with a Toro.
Just about set for basketball here tonight on WOSQ. Spencer Marshfield, Joe Byrel is courtside, and he will have the starting lineups for tonight's game for the Colby Hornets first of all, and then for the Columbus Dons of Marshfield. So we'll send things courtside for the public address announcer here at Columbus. Joe Byrel, take it away.
And now, the starting lineup for the Colby Hornets. At forward, a 5'10" sophomore, number 11, Haley Volker. At guard, a 5'6" senior, number 15, Carly Elmhorst. At guard, a 5'6" junior, number 25, Ashley Stravler. At guard, a 5'8" junior, number 31, Alyssa Underwood. And at forward, a 5'6" senior, number 35, Megan Underwood. The Hornets are coached by Randy Rao and assisted by Sam Hayes and Stacy Hornke.
All right, now the starting lineups for the Columbus Dons of Marshfield. And once again, here's public address announcer Joe Byrell here at Columbus in Marshfield.
Dons Nation, get on your feet for the starting lineup of your Columbus Dons. At guard, a 5'5" senior, number 3, Morgan Albrecht. At forward, a 5'6" junior, number 4, Haley Rail. At forward, a 5'6" junior, number 20, K.D. Hall. At forward, a 5'5" senior, number 23, Zoe Stratman. And at forward, a 5'7" senior, number 31, Marissa Emmerfolk. The Dons are coached by Marty Drexler and assisted by John Albrecht and Greg Brown.
All right, thank you, Joe Byrell, public address announcer here at Columbus High School in Marshfield, as we bring you Columbus and Colby here tonight on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and online at WOSQFM.com. With Todd Schultz, I'm Mike Warren. Dons in their white uniforms, Colby in their green uniforms with gold lettering and numerals. The Dons with the white uniforms, the navy blue lettering and numbers. And the opening tip is grabbed by the Columbus Dons. And our high school basketball's schedule is underway here for another season on WOSQ as the Dons open up in front court to our left as the Dons attack. Marissa Immerfall from the high post, a jumper there, no good. Rebound grabbed by Haley Velker of Colby, and now the Hornets have it front court to our right, their first possession of the ball game. And the Dons set up their defense for the first time this season. A three from the top of the key is no good by Strevler, but was that Underwood?
Volker.
Velker with the putback underneath, and Haley has the first basket of the ball game. The Hornets lead 2-0, 1 minute in to this contest. And now Haley Rail on the other end, a jumper from the free throw line, no good. Gets her own rebound, and the Dons keep it alive. Hands it off to Morgan Albrecht. Back to Rail on top, and a stutter step and a travel call against Haley Rail, and the Dons turn the ball over.
You can always see rebounding is going to be maybe an issue right away for the Dons. They have to box out because they are smaller.
All right, so let's see how they handle that this trip down here for the Columbus defense. Hornets on the attack to our right. Strevler on top. Guarded by Haley Rail. 90 seconds into the ball game, 2-0 Colby. Megan Underwood on top. Her cousin Alyssa Underwood out there as well, but it's Strevler who gets the ball. A drive to the lane, up and no good, but a whistle and a foul. And referee, one of the officials, Mike Klein, makes the call.
Yeah, Strevler did a little curl cut around the top of the key and was able to catch the ball off after a double screen. And then she just kind of drove in there and just kind of threw it up, and she was purely trying to get the foul. Didn't really care if she made the basket or not, and she did get the foul to get to the line.
And she got the foul, and she missed the first shot. And the second one is good, though, 1 of 2, and the Hornets grab a 3-0 lead 2 minutes into the ball game. The Dons still looking for their first basket. Rail brings it across the 10-second line to our left on the near wing. Strotman, right baseline jumper, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Elmhorst. Carly pushes it up. Long pass up ahead. And then hands it up back to Elmhorst. Right side of the basket, no good. Rebound grab by Alyssa Underwood. Now the ball knocked away, grabbed by Hall. Up ahead for Albrecht. Morgan on the breakout. Morgan tries to get to the basket, fouled by Elmhorst. And a 2-shot foul there against Carly Elmhorst, as Albrecht will now get to the free throw line for Marshfield Columbus.
Yeah, that's exactly what Columbus needs to do. They need to get out on the break, and they're able to grab a loose ball and get out on the break and get to the rim and got the foul.
All right, so Albrecht at the line. First one in and out, no good for Morgan Albrecht, and the Dons still looking for their first point of the night.
You know, both teams are playing hard man-to-man defense with a lot of motion in their offenses, so very similar styles right now.
Second one is good for Morgan, and the Dons have their first point of the night, and they trail Colby 3-1. 2.5 minutes into the ball game. Colby back to our right now. Along the right baseline, Elmhorst, who just committed the foul. Swing it around to Alyssa Underwood. Left side three, no good. Put back Elmhorst. She missed it from the right block. And the Dons, there's another big rebound for Columbus. Albrecht up the far sideline to our left. And she's guarded by Elmhorst. High post for Strotman. Zoe to Hall on the left side. Hall gets a screen from Strotman, but goes back to Rail on top. Haley drives the lane. Oh, to the rim and in. Off the window and in for Haley Rail. And she ties the game at 3 with 3 gone by in the game.
Columbus has gone to a 2-3 zone now.
All right, see how the Hornets handle it. Ball almost tipped away and stolen by Albrecht. Strevler hands it off, right side three, in and out for Elmhorst, and the rebound grab by Albrecht, and the Dons get a stop defensively. Outlet to Hall, up to Rail, now up ahead for Strotman, knocked away and stolen by Colby. Long pass up ahead for Strevler on the other end, underhand, up and in for Ashley Strevler, her first field goal of the night, and the Hornets are back on top by 2. Dons back to our left, Rail on top, hands to Hall, long 2, and she knocks it down. Katie Hall, good looking jump shot right there, and we're knotted at 5 with 14 to go in the half. Back to our right come the Hornets. Left side, Alyssa Underwood. Shot up, no good. Ball grabbed by Hall, and then Katie is fouled on the rebound. Maybe a little frustration foul right there.
Yeah, strong rebound by Hall there. She was under heavy pressure once she got the ball, and she hung in tough there, getting bumped a couple times and finally got the foul.
All right, so the foul was on Alyssa Underwood, number 1 on her. Marin Seafluth off the bench and makes her first appearance for Columbus here tonight. Also in there, Annika Brown off the bench right now. And Addison Byrell is in there as well. Albrecht has it on top. Brown to Byrell, left baseline drive. Addie goes right by the defender, and Addison Byrell, she had 10 points up at Rib Lake the other night, and a nice baseline move there by Addie. Boy, I tell you what, athlete-wise, she might be the best on the team.
I tell you, she's just a sophomore.
Oh, but a 3 on the other end by, was it Carly? Elmhorst knocks it down. And Colby back up by 1. Here's Zimmerfall, left baseline, wide open. She left it short, though, and she missed it. Wide open baseline for Marissa. Now on the other end, a charge on Haley Velker. Great defense by Annika Brown. Got back defensively, set the feet, drew the charge, and it's on Colby, and Columbus has it back.
those taking charges, that's game changers right there. And you got to give Annika Brown a lot of credit. She stood in there, and the Colby gal did not slow down at all. She actually speeded up and just decided, I'm going to run you over.
And Brown did a good job of drawing the offensive foul on Velker, and so now the Dons have it back to our left. Marin Seafluth on the right wing to Immerfall, back to Marin on the right side. Marin hands off to Albrecht for 3, short. Rebound grabbed by Colby. That's Vanessa Lopez off the bench. Vanessa into the game, trying to work her way back in from that ACL injury from a year ago. Left baseline drive, Alyssa Underwood, no good. And good to see Vanessa out there coming back from that ACL injury from late in the season a year ago. Not 100% yet, but she's coming off the bench. Probably will be in the starting lineup very soon. Hornets have it. Inbound. 3 from the left elbow. No good for Elmhorst. And there's I believe, a rebounding foul on Colby.
Yeah, it was an excellent box out by Addison Byrell on that play. And the Colby person just tried to shove through her, and the referee caught it.
All right, so now Columbus has it back to our left. Down by 1, 8-7, 12 to play in the half. Brown on top, guarded by Lopez. Left side for Immerfall, backs her way and spins and shoots, and the bucket for Immerfall, giving Columbus their first lead of the night at 9-8. Hornets back to our right. Strevler on top, guarded by Annika Brown. On top, Velker steps out for it. Drive underneath. Lopez gets it from Underwood, and Vanessa puts it in for 2. Colby back on top by 1. 11:30 to go before halftime. All right, so the Dons have it to our left. Brown, right elbow to Byrell in the far corner. Now Seafluth drives from the right side, blocked by Lopez. And a whistle and a foul called on the blocked shot, and Lopez is going to draw the foul. Oh, that was close, wasn't it? Looked like it was all ball, didn't it?
Yeah, the referee called it body, but the block of the ball was definitely clean.
All right.
He called a little hip on the body.
All right, so Seafluth at the line. The first one is good for Marin Seafluth, and game tied at 10, and some changes now for both teams. Brown, Albrecht, and Immerfall out for Columbus. Rail, Stratman, and Hall back in there. And Marin Seafluth, second foul shot here. That one is no good. And the rebound grabbed by Katie Hall, tied up by Mackenzie Seaman, who's come into the game off the Hornets bench. Jump ball belongs to Colby with 11:14 to go in half number 1. We are tied at 10. And Clover Belt Conference basketball tonight for you on WOSQ. Hornets back to our right. Turnaround jumper, good for Haley Velker on the other end. Good job by Haley in the low blocks. Dons back to our left. Byrell right side. Seafluth between the circles. Now Hall steps out for it on the right elbow. Fires a pass down low for Byrell. Oh, Addison puts it up and in. Is that a little pick and roll action it looked like?
There's a nice pass on the lob from Katie Hall. A beautiful lob over the top, and got an easy layup out of it.
And that ties the game again, now at 12. Hornets now on the other end. Strevler, 3, left side, no good. Seafluth, rebound, outlet to Rail. Dons on the breakout to our left. Rail to the basket, and she traveled with the ball. Traveled with the basketball, took the extra step on her way to the basket, and she made it, but waved it off. Mike Klein says travel against Haley Rail. So Columbus now gives it back to Colby. Back to our right. Strevler on the right wing. On top, a 3 by Elmhorst is good. Carly, her second from downtown, giving the Hornets a 3-point lead with 10 to play in the half. Now Byrell on the other end. Oh, errant pass trying to get it to Strotman, picked off by Elmhorst. And the Hornets have it back the other way. Strevler pass down low, trying to get it for Heather Lynn down low, and that one got by Heather and out of bounds to Columbus. Pretty good game so far, though. I'll tell you what, Dons are hanging with them.
Yeah, it's been a well-played first half so far.
All right, Dons have it to our left now. Hall trying to get it inside, and Strevler just reached up, stole it. Now on the other end, oh, Strevler with the steal, and then the score on the other end. Hornets up by 5. Boy, how good is she? Byrell fires a 3 on the other end, no good, and it misses everything and goes out of bounds, but Ashley Strevler, she is the real deal.
Yeah, and what's really happened here is Columbus had turned the ball over 2 times in a row and really allowed Colby to get some good breakouts and take this 5-point lead. And prior to that, Columbus has been handling the ball very well and doing a good job of taking care of it. And what happens when you turn it over, it leads to easy baskets by the other team, and that's how Colby took advantage in getting this 5-point lead.
Yeah, but Columbus is hanging with probably one of the teams to beat in the Clover Belt this year, right?
Yeah, I'm impressed right now with the Columbus Ball Club. They're really moving the ball well, and they're playing good, solid defense, switching between man-to-man and zone, just keeping a little bit of variety, a little bit of variability, so the team can't get real comfortable in Colby against their defense. And again, Columbus has a lot of good ball handlers out there, and they're trying to get to the rim, and that's what Columbus is going to have to do. And they're doing a nice job of attacking the rim when they get that opportunity against the Colby defense.
All right, so Columbus and Colby tonight. High school girls basketball for you on OSQ. Hard to believe it's hoops time already, isn't it?
Not really. You know, I've been looking forward to this for a while, you know, coming into the basketball season. You know, once you get to state and for football, it's time to move on.
Yeah, it is. We had football a week ago, last Friday night up at Chippewa Falls, and saw Abby get beat by the eventual state champs in Division 7, Bangor. And now here we are with Clover Belt.
She might be a big player for Columbus.
Might have a growth spurt coming up yet?
Exactly.
Wow. All right, we'll watch for that. What does she go now? Is she, what, 5'10", 11?
She's definitely the tallest person on their team, that's for sure.
You got that
she's
right.
Probably 5'9", 5'10", yeah.
Just missed a jumper from the right baseline, but the Dons keep it alive. Now here's a drive by Immerfall, no good. And the rebound grabbed by the Hornets with 8.5 to go. And now long pass up the left sideline the other way, almost stolen by Columbus, knocked away by Albrecht and out of bounds to the Hornets.
I still like that drive by Immerfall there. She took it strong to the hole, didn't finish, but it was a good drive.
So now the Hornets attack and no good. And the rebound grabbed by Immerfall. Seafluth has it. On top to Albrecht, now right side, Addison Byrell, and she traveled with the ball. Little stutter step.
That was a good call. She definitely did stutter step before she put the ball down when she was trying to drive.
Morgan Geiger will come into the ball game for Carly Elmhorst for the Hornets, as the Dons then take a timeout with 8:15 remaining in the first half. A big one on WOSQ tomorrow as Wisconsin takes on Michigan at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison. Our coverage of Badger football gets underway at 11 a.m. tomorrow right here on WOSQ. Man, oh man, I know that's what I'm doing at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning.
I'm planning to watch that game, that's for sure, no doubt about it. Because the Badgers, I do believe if they do win out, they got a good shot at getting in that playoffs. I just don't think they can hold out the Big Ten champ with a 13-0 record out of the championship chase in that Final Four.
And if they do, there ought to be an investigation.
Oh, there's going to be a big uproar if that happens.
You know, that's right. All right, so following the timeout, the Hornets have it to our right. 8 to play in the half. Strevler on top. Oh, left side pass gets kicked away by Byrell. And the Hornets will inbound from the left wing to our right. And Mackenzie Seaman inbounds on the left side. Strevler has it, dribbles to the right side, picked up by Annika Brown. Back to Seaman, left wing three, partially blocked by Byrell. Loose ball, though, grabbed by Velker. Hornets keep it alive. Down low for Lynn. She lost the ball. Seafluth has it. Here come the Dons. Albrecht up the far sideline to Immerfall, to the rim, and in, and one, and the hoop, and the harm, and the Dons have a chance at a three-point play with 7:41 to go.
I tell you, I know I've commented before, but Marissa Immerfall has been very aggressive in this first half, and she needs to be. She's a senior on this team, and she's been playing varsity for the last couple years, and normally she's been a little more passive player, but tonight she's been very aggressive going to the hoop when she has the opportunity.
And the free throw is good, a three-point play for Immerfall, and now it's a two-point game with 7:35 to go in the half. Here come the Hornets back to our right, leading 17-15, 7:30 on the clock. Strevler left wing, near side Geiger. Morgan pass up top, stolen by Albrecht. Morgan on the breakout, a 1-on-2, hands off to Brown. Annika lost it. Albrecht tracks it down in the far corner. Now hands it off to Brown. Jump shot, in and out. No, it goes down, and Brown is fouled. And Annika with a chance at a three-point play as she ties the game at 17.
What a great scramble play by Columbus. They were coming up to fast break and kind of lost the ball a couple different times. Were able to keep recovering it and finally got it to Annika Brown, who's like, I guess I'll shoot it. What the heck? And then she got fouled from behind and actually made the shot and going for three.
And a chance at a three-point play. And the foul shot by Brown is no good. Rebound tipped around and grabbed by Elmhorst. Here come the Hornets, tied at 17 with 7 to go in the half. Strevler left side. Baseline jumper is no good by Megan Underwood. The Dons grab the rebound, then a double dribble by Mirren Seafluth.
I'll tell you, this 2-3 zone that Columbus is playing right now is really giving Colby fits. They're having a difficult time getting quality shots, and Columbus is moving it really well, covering all the spaces and all the zones.
Certainly are. So the Hornets inbounding baseline. Strevler high out top for Elmhorst. Carly left side for Velker. She skips it over to Alyssa Underwood on the near side. Hands it off to Strevler in the near corner. And Strevler was fouled as she tried to make a pass across to the left side. Tried to step through maybe looked like a double team.
Yep, trying to get into the lane. They're getting a little frustrated, Colby, because their outside shots aren't dropping. So they're trying to get it inside as best that they can.
All right, struggling with that Columbus zone right now. Strevler, baseline inbounds pass. Swing it out top for a three that's short by Alyssa Underwood, who gets her own rebound. Now the ball is loose. Byrel tried to throw it off Strevler, but Ashley kept it alive and then got it to Elmhorst, who takes it to the rim and in for two.
One of those second shot baskets where they missed the three and Colby's able to recover it, and then Columbus was a little out of position on their zone.
So now the Dons down by 2, have it back to our left. Byrel, stutter step and a travel, and Addie looks at Mike Klein and says, really? Another traveling violation against Columbus. Hornets up by 2 with 6:10 remaining in the first half. Colby to our right. Strevler on top. Left wing for Elmhorst. Pull-up jumper, left baseline, got it for Carly Elmhorst, and she's got 10 points. So now the Dons back to our left. Albrecht, right wing on top for Seafluth. Brown, left baseline, jumper off the window and in for Annika Brown. Good shot by Brown. She's got 4 off the Dons bench. Back to a 2-point ball game with 5.5 to go before halftime. So the Hornets will have it to our right as Haley Rail and Katie Hall check back into the ball game for Columbus, and Seafluth and Brown will sit. Strevler to inbound baseline on the far side. Strevler gets it back. Baseline jumper, good. Ashley knocks it down. She's got 7 in the ball game. 23-19, Hornets by 4.
Hornets have switched to a 1-3-1 zone here.
Byrel, far corner 3, no good. Rebound Immerfall, back up and no good, but a whistle and a foul, and Marissa doing a good job of being physical down there and just trying to get to the rim and stay with it.
She sure is. Marissa decided she was going to get that rebound. She didn't care, and that's one thing when you're playing a 1-3-1 that Colby did on that possession. It's a little difficult to rebound out of the 1-3-1, so there's a lot of opportunities to get offensive rebounds, and that's exactly what Marissa did.
Can't capitalize. She missed the first foul shot, though. And she'll get one more, not before Vanessa Lopez checks back in for Colby, and Haley Velker will check out. Second foul shot is good by Immerfall. She's got 6 points. That makes it a 3-point ball game with 5 to go before the break. Here come the Hornets back to our right. Down low for Lopez, no good, and a foul by Byrell.
Now Columbus extended their defense to a half-court trap on that possession, and Colby easily broke it for would have been a potential layup if she wouldn't have got fouled.
So now Lopez at the line, and the first one no good.
A lot of missed free throws here in the first half. A lot of flat-looking shots, actually.
And the second one is good. Yeah, first game of the year for the Hornets. Game number 2 for Marshfield Columbus. They got beat up at Rib Lake on Tuesday night, 45-30. And now a steal by Alyssa Underwood as the Dons were setting up in the half court, and I think there was a foul by Columbus.
Yeah, it actually saved a layup because there was a steal by Colby. And they're in their 1-3-1 again. Got a steal, and we're going to go for the layup on the other end, but fortunately Columbus got a foul and saved the basket.
Number 1 on Albrecht, and now here come the Hornets back to our right. Lopez in the lane, kicks it on top for Elmhorst, back on top for Strevler. Strevler on the left wing, open for a long three, and she knocked it down. Ashley Strevler. 10 points for Ashley, and the Hornets lead by 7. 4:15 to go in the half. Here come the Dons. Front court to our left. Haley Rail on top. Near corner for Byrell. Down low for Hall. Backdoor pass for Immerfall, but it's knocked away and stolen by the Hornets. Colby back to our right. Right wing three. Off the mark by Elmhorst. Rebound by Lopez, though. Back out on the left elbow for Strevler. Now dribbles to the right side. Hands it off to Elmhorst. Back on top. Lopez. She'll fire a three. Got it. Oh, Vanessa Lopez from downtown. And she's got 6, and now Colby has built the lead to 10. Dons have to get a basket right here. Rail on the right elbow. Long two, partially blocked. And the rebound grabbed by Megan Underwood. Here come the Hornets. Long pass up ahead for Alyssa Underwood. Through her fingers and out of bounds to the Dons.
The 1-3-1 of Colby is giving Columbus a lot of trouble. They're really not sure how to attack it. And that's something a 1-3-1 can do to you because it's a very aggressive defense, and it makes it difficult on the other team if they don't know what they're doing to attack it.
So here come the Columbus Dons back to our left with 3 to play and down by 10. Rail on top between the circles. Now Albrecht left wing. Hands off to Hall. Over to Rail. Now Byrell. Right side three. No good. Strevler with the rebound for the Hornets. Ashley up the floor to our right. Ashley will dribble to the basket. Throws up a shot. And we've got a whistle and a foul on Columbus. Blocking foul. Going to be on Katie Hall. Number 1 on Katie. Strevler at the line, shooting 2.
I don't usually like that call because Strevler was totally out of control, and she was just kind of running in there, not really knowing what she was going to do, and got a little bit of a bailout call there and got the 2 shots.
All right, so no basket on the first attempt. And the second one is good. She gets 1 of 2. We used to see Manlick do that a lot for Columbus. You know, a lot of times she was flying in there kind of out of control, and a lot of times she would get the benefit of the doubt. Addison Byrol left baseline drive, a blocking foul against the Hornets on the other end.
Yeah, this 1-3-1 by Colby's really limited Columbus's ability to drive to the basket. And they haven't scored in quite a long time here.
Yeah.
They've been on 20 for a long time. I don't know how long, how many minutes it's been, but probably 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Byrol at the line. The first one is good. The foul was on Morgan Geiger, her first. Byrol will get a second shot. Second one is also good. 6 points for Addie Byrol here in the first half. That makes it a 9-point game with 2.5 to go before halftime. Hornets have it to our right. Lopez on top. Left side for Geiger. On top now for Alyssa Underwood. A three. Nope. A long two by Alyssa. Her first basket of the ball game. And it's an 11-point Colby lead. Dons have it back front court left. Down low for Immerfall. Up and no good. Shot partially blocked. Immerfall got her own rebound back up and in. And the hoop and the harm for Marissa. And she will have a chance at a three-point play.
One of those hustle plays. Missed her first shot. Decided she's going to go back and get her rebound, and just went up again and got the hoop and the harm.
Stratman and Seafluth back in for the Dons. Albrecht and Byrol will sit. Lopez out for Colby, and Lynn back in. Heather Lynn, that is, Taylor's cousin. Taylor was a great player for Colby. Here's Immerfall. The free throw is good. 3-point play, good for Marissa. And 9 points for Marissa. Brown back into the ball game now for Columbus. And Immerfall will come out. 2 to play in the half. 33-25. Hornets with the lead and the ball. On top for Carly Elmhorst. She'll hand it off to Mackenzie Seaman. Now Geiger. Back to Seaman. Mackenzie back to Geiger in the far corner to our right. Morgan dribbles out of there. Hands it off to Megan Underwood, and stolen by Columbus. Here comes Seafluth. Back to our left. Hall on the right elbow. Now Rail on the far side. Hall back to Seafluth. Brown on the near wing. She'll hand to Zoe Stratman in the near corner. Back on top for Hall with 1:20. Seafluth, high post, back door, Stratman left baseline. Not there, back on top. Hall for a long two, and Katie knocks it down. A big shot there. Good patient offense by Columbus to get a good look, and Katie took advantage. Here come the Hornets now. Lynn on top, Geiger on the near wing. Inside, trying to get it inside to Megan Underwood, and I think she was bumped and fouled from behind. So Stratman draws the foul. And now Megan Underwood will come out of the ball game, and Haley Velker back in. Non-shooting foul. So the Hornets inbound to Geiger, and Geiger traveled with the ball. So with under a minute to go, Dons have it. Down by 6. Seafluth across the 10-second line. Hands to Rail. Now Hall. Back to Haley on top. Seafluth almost had it stolen by Alyssa Underwood, or by Seaman. 30 seconds left in the half. Seafluth on the right elbow. Now between the circles, back to Katie Hall on the right elbow. Hall draws a double team, and she traveled with the ball trying to get rid of it. With 22 seconds in the half. And Colby forces the turnover and will get the ball back. So here come the Hornets. They'll play for one final shot here, up by 6. High post, backdoor cut for Seaman to the rim, no good, but she was fouled. Good play by Velker to find Seaman on the backdoor cut. McKenzie at the line with 13.8 on the clock. Foul was on Rail, number 2 on Haley. And the first shot is no good, no bonus. Seafluth with the rebound for the Dons. Outlet to Rail with 10 seconds. Haley in the backcourt trying to get it across the line, and she does. Seafluth to Hall in the lane. Rail, shot up, blocked, and a foul with 2.6 on the clock. Rail attacking the basket in the lane, and she'll draw some contact from Mackenzie Seaman, and Haley will be at the line with 2.6 seconds left in the half.
Excellent job of the Dons bringing it up with about 13 seconds to go. They didn't panic. They realized they had a lot of time, even though they're under some pressure in the full court. They didn't rush it. Took their time, got a quality look, and got the foul.
And the free throws, though, are missed by Rail. Rebound Seafluth, and she traveled with the ball. Hornets had her up against that end line. She was trying to get away from it. Now the Hornets inbound. And that will run out the clock on the first half of basketball here tonight. First half of basketball for the season for the Colby Hornets. First half of high school basketball for us, as well as our high school basketball schedule kicks off with a good one here tonight so far.
Yeah, it's been well played on both sides, really. I mean, considering it's the first game, there's always little jitters in that first game when you're playing. And Columbus, you got to say, really is hanging tough with a Colby team that really came in as the favorite based on last year's record and the girls they have back. So the other thing that we mentioned early in the game, before the game actually, was the rebounding and how that was going to shake out. And Columbus has done an excellent job of hanging tough on the boards. They haven't given up a lot of second shots, even out of the 2-3 zone. They force a lot of misses by Colby and were able to corral most of those misses and not allow easy second shots.
All right, so pretty good first half by both these teams. The Dons coming in with an 0-1 record. Columbus lost to Rib Lake on Tuesday night. Meanwhile, the Colby Hornets are playing their first basketball game of the season, and you are listening to coverage of Clover Belt Conference girls basketball tonight here on Sports Radio 92.3 FM WOSQ Spencer Marshfield, and online at WOSQFM.com. We are also available on your on the TuneIn Radio app for your mobile device as well. Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast tonight. Halftime, Colby leads Marshfield Columbus 33-27. And stay with us for our halftime report from Columbus Catholic High School in Marshfield in just a moment.
Masonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
There's a hot plate of food and says, "Careful, don't touch." Well, I touch anyway. That's how I roll. And it's why I rolled my money into a CD at Royal Credit Union. Booyah!
With some of the best rates around on certificates and money market accounts, Royal Credit Union makes safe investments a lot more fun. Check out how you can get more money for your money at any of our nearby locations or at rcu.org. Member NCUA.
Time to get your home holiday ready. Hi, this is Hannah.
We know how a bank bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
To last a long time. So when you see the Amana brand on something, you know it won't let you down. Same is true for Amana brand gas furnaces. That's because they're durable and dependable. If they weren't, they probably would have another name. For more on the Amana durable and dependable gas furnaces to keep you warm all winter long, call Rigel Plumbing and Heating of Marshfield. 715-384-3411. 715-384-3411.
Our coverage of high school girls basketball continues here tonight on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ Spencer Marshfield. And with Todd Schultz, I'm Mike Warren. And the Colby Hornets leading Marshfield Columbus 33-27 here at the half. Todd, maybe just overall impressions of that first half here tonight.
Well, again, like I said, a very well-played first half by both teams. The turnovers were fairly minimal. Columbus maybe had 9 turnovers, and the Colby Hornets had 4 or 5, so they handled the ball pretty well. Both teams tried multiple defenses, and I like that. I like that when they switch defense, it never lets the other offense get that comfortable. And I think the difference in the first half really was at the end when the Colby Hornets went to the 1-3-1. It didn't allow Columbus to get their drives like they had been earlier in the game against the man-to-man that Colby was playing. And again, I was very impressed with Columbus taking the ball to the rim and getting fouled or making some shots. They missed a few layups. They could have actually been a little closer in the first half, but Colby was able to hit a few shots finally. They were very ice cold for most of the first half until late in the first half they hit a couple threes. Strevler hit a couple, and then there was another gal that hit one. So I think they hit about 3 threes there toward the end, and you can see they got the potential, a lot of those gals from Colby, to knock down the 3, and that's what makes them a good team.
Yeah, Strevler hit 1, but Carly Elmhorst hit 2 from downtown, and then Vanessa Lopez, who would have been there all, I mean, she was, after Strevler, she's, they're coming back from the ACL, but she knocked down a 3 as well. So once they work her back into the starting lineup, boy, oh boy, watch out for her. But Ashley Strevler leads all scorers with 11 here at the halftime break. Our halftime stats brought to you by Egg Country Farm Credit Services, supporting agriculture and rural communities. So Strevler has 11, Carly Elmhorst has 10, and a pair of 3-point baskets. Vanessa Lopez has 6 off the bench, including a 3. And she's 1 of 2 from the foul line as well. 4 for Haley Velker. Alyssa Underwood with a basket. And Mackenzie Seaman 0 for 1 from the foul line in the first half for the Hornets. Marshfield Columbus led by Marissa Immerfall with 9, including 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 6 points for Addie Byrol, including 2 of 2 from the foul line. 4 points apiece for Katie Hall and Annika Brown. Brown is 0 for 1 from the free throw line. 2 points for Haley Rail. She's 0 for 2 from the line. And 1 point for Morgan Albrecht and 1 point for Mirren Seafluth, a couple of seniors who are expected to really contribute. Seafluth, actually, as I understand it, was a late add-on. She wasn't going to play basketball this season, as I understand it.
Oh, really?
Actually, her and Katie Hall were not going to play. They were going to kind of stay focused on volleyball and do the volleyball camp thing this winter, which, that's one of the big debates in high school girls sports. These volleyball camps are during basketball when a lot of these volleyball players want to or maybe should be playing basketball, but volleyball coaches get kind of protective and kind of picky a little bit. But Seafluth and Hall were late add-ons, I think 3 or 4 days before the season, the practice schedule opened up, and they decided to play basketball. So here they are.
Well, I'm very glad that they did, because as I told my kids, and I tell all high school athletes, don't have any regrets when you get done. Try everything, do everything, get as much stuff as you can, because you can't go back. Yeah. Once it's over, it's over. So there are a couple of really good athletes in Seafluth and Hall, and you definitely want them on this team, and they're definitely going to add a lot, and I'm glad that they are, because otherwise they'd be down to 6.
Yeah.
And then maybe have to bring some other JV players up. So yeah, definitely going to add strength to this team, and you can see their contributions tonight, as they're both juniors, so they can hopefully play next year as well if they continue to love basketball, and hopefully that they do.
Yeah, because who they're missing, Brooke Niter is the other player who didn't come out. Brooke Niter decided to stay with volleyball, so Niter they're missing from last year's team. So yeah, a little thin. They've got 8, but they're hanging tough with Colby, down 33-27. And stay with us, second half basketball in just a moment.
Moving Marshfield forward by giving back. At Forward Financial Bank,
Everything you need for Medicare coverage. Oh, can't forget the red tape.
I'll take that.
What are you doing? You can't just take away red tape. Red tape and bureaucracy are what make this world go round. Without them, it'll be chaos.
People don't like red tape, so I take it away. But they do like red velvet cupcakes. That's not sanitary.
Marshfield.
Dental Clinic of Marshfield helps people rest easier. Sleep problems related to breathing aren't just bothersome, they can be dangerous. Snoring and sleep apnea may be managed with help from your dentist.
Everything you need for Medicare coverage. Oh, can't forget the red tape.
I'll take that.
What are you doing? You can't just take away red tape. Red tape and bureaucracy are what make this world go round. Without them, it'll be chaos.
People don't like red tape, so I take it away. But they do like red velvet cupcakes. That's not sanitary.
Area community events and organizations that sets advanced disposal apart. So enjoy the games, a cleaner environment, and a better Central Wisconsin, thanks to Advanced Disposal in Marshfield.
All right, we are set for second half action here tonight from Marshfield Columbus. The Colby Hornets leading the Columbus Dons 33-27 with Todd Schultz. I'm Mike Warren, and Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast here tonight on WOSQ. Colby leading Marshfield Columbus 33-27 as we begin the second half. The Hornets have the ball to our left as we open up play. And Ashley Strevler on the near side. Inside right away to Haley Velker, and Haley puts it in for 2. Hornets pick up where they left off. So now Marshfield Columbus has the ball for the first time here in the second half. Front court now to our right as we switch directions. Morgan Albrecht on top, back to Rail. Tries to drive the lane, it's not there. Kicks it out to Hall on the left wing. Hall to Rail, left baseline. Inside to Marissa Immerfall, and to the basket and in over Velker. Marissa Immerfall, nice strong move to the rim. She's got 11, and the Dons pulled to within 6. Colby now back to our left. Strevler in the near corner, guarded by Rail. Swing the ball out top. Megan Underwood now over to Alyssa Underwood, the two cousins. Now that pass gets away from Strevler, and she tries to save it before it goes out of bounds. She could not get to it. It's actually an over and back, and the Dons will get the ball back. Down by 6. Just over a minute gone by in the second half here at Marshfield Columbus. Albrecht for 3 from the near corner, and Morgan knocks it down, and just like that, it is a 3-point ball game 90 seconds into the second half.
Excellent shot by Morgan Albrecht, and she was wide open that time, didn't force it.
Big shot there. Now Strevler with a drive to the rim on the other end. No good, but there is a whistle and a foul. And that's going to be on Zoe Stratman.
both teams come out in man-to-man here in the second half, and what Colby's really looking to do is they were really looking to get the ball into Velker. Velker's very good in the post, and she gets good position, and that's really what they've been looking for, to get her the ball and try to get her to score against a smaller player.
Strevler missed the first foul shot. And the second one here, that one is good. So 1 of 2 for Ashley from the free throw line. She's now 3 of 6 from the line. And she's got 12 points, and the Hornets lead by 4. That was the second foul on Zoe Strotman. Dons have it to our right. Immerfall on the left elbow. And Carey got it caught on her hip and moved with
Three-quarters court now, and trying to put a little more pressure on the guards of Columbus.
And now we've got a
timeout by Colby.
Colby timeout, okay. Well, the Hornets have won 12 of the last 13 against the Dons dating back to 2010. So they got a little bit of a run going here.
See, this is one of those games again where I came to a few of the gals games last year for Columbus, and they gave Loyal a good game last year. They gave Neilsville a good game. They just couldn't figure out how to win the close ones. And that's something they're going to have to figure out, because here they got another game that they're only down 4.
Right.
Again, there's 16 minutes to go in the second half, but they're in this ball game, and they just got to figure out ways to win these close games, which they haven't been able to do too much in the past, at least the last couple years.
And here come the Hornets with the ball to our left after the timeout. Strevler tries to get it to the near side for Elmhorst. Kicks it over to Velker. Velker has it stripped away and stolen by Rail. Outlet pass to Hall. Up ahead for Strotman, who got behind the defense. To Albrecht running the floor. Shot up, no good. Strevler coming back on defense, picked up the foul. But the Dons find a way to break the press as the Hornets really turn up the defensive pressure on the back end.
I tell you, so far, Haley Rail has done a really nice job of handling the ball. She's very good with both hands, can really handle it, and she's done a good job playing point guard and handling that Colby press.
Morgan made the first foul shot. Second one here is also good. She got them both. The foul was on Strevler, her first of the ball game, and now it's a 2-point game. 2.5 minutes in to the second half. The Hornets have it to our left now. Alyssa Underwood on the right elbow, guarded by Immerfall. Inside now for Velker. Back to Underwood on the drive down the lane. Shot up, no good. Rail with the rebound. Outlet pass stolen by Megan Underwood. She hands it to Velker, who goes to the rim. And did it go in?
It did.
It did, and she was fouled. Poor defense there by Columbus. Actually, the outlet pass was bad.
What happened was Columbus got a little rattled. Colby was picking them up full court, and Columbus got it just a bit rattled and rushed it just a tad and turned it right over near their basket, and Colby was able to take advantage.
Strevler's free throw, no good. And Addison Byrol into the game now for Columbus.
They're just basically reaching an obvious call for the official to make.
I think frustrated over missing the free throw.
Possibly.
I don't know. All right, so the Dons inbound it now. Front court to our right. Knocked away by Elmhorst. Carly going for the steal on Morgan Albrecht. And Carly knocked it out of bounds. The Dons will inbound on the near wing. Annika Brown throws it in for Albrecht. Morgan tries to make a pass. It's knocked away into the backcourt and out of bounds to Columbus, right? Off.
Oh, I thought that was Columbus ball.
Off of Morgan Albrecht, they say. It'll be, there we go. Okay. Elmhorst tried to convince the official it was Colby's basketball. She did a good job of selling it. But Mark caught on pretty quickly, didn't he? Smarter than that. So now here are the Dons back to our right. Addie Byral up top, driving the lane to the rim.
Sweet.
Oh, man, off the glass and in, and Addie Byral coast-to-coast action, and it's a 2-point game. Now the Hornets, here's a drive to the basket. Elmhorst tripped up trying to drive the lane. And that's going to be a foul on Annika Brown. Addie Byral, though, I'll tell you what, she is athletic.
She sure is, and she saw the lane open up, and she decided to take it, and she finished.
So now the Hornets inbound baseline after the foul by Annika Brown, which was her first. Baseline jumper by Strevler from the right side. No good. Seafluth with the rebound. And then lost it out of bounds to Colby. Boy, they really put the trap on, or the press on, after a defensive rebound. Seafluth couldn't handle the pressure and lost the ball. And now a jumper off the inbounds pass. In and out for Elmhorst. And a rebounding foul on the Hornets, right?
Yeah, it is, and this is really unusual because normally when a team gets a defensive rebound, when you're shooting the ball, you usually hustle back and get back on defense. Colby's not doing that right now. As soon as the ball is rebounded by a defensive person, they're doubling right away.
Yeah, they go after the ball, and now here's a steal almost by Elmhorst as Byral was trying to inbound the ball in the backcourt. Elmhorst almost snuck in there and took it away. Brown will now inbound. Byral on the breakout. And Byral gets it to front court to our right. Now Seafluth has it, breaking a press. And now Immerfall left alone in the far corner. A long two by Marissa Immerfall. 13 for Marissa. That ties the game at 38. 4 minutes gone by in the second half. And now a travel by Haley Velker. And the Dons will get it back. A little momentum shift right now. And it's in the favor of the Dons. As Vanessa Lopez comes off the Colby bench. And Velker will take the bench. So the Dons have it now, tied at 38. Byral throws it in for Seafluth, back to Addison. Up ahead for Brown at the timeline, to Immerfall. Backdoor for Albrecht. Morgan lost the ball, chases it down. Seafluth gets it to Byral. Back to Mirren on the left wing, to Albrecht now. Albrecht, a three. Oh, baby! She knocks it down. Morgan Albrecht from downtown, and the Dons are back on top, 41-38. Hornets now for three on the other end. That one is good by Alyssa Underwood. And we're tied at 41. Now here come the Dons back to our right. Byral, guarded by Strevler on top. Hands it to Immerfall. Now Albrecht in the near corner. A three by Morgan. No, that one's short. Byral, right baseline rebound, and then she's fouled. How about Addie Byral?
She's really having a ball game. She looks like she's getting a little winded out there right now, but she's definitely doing a good job helping to break the press with the guards by being that big person they can go to in the middle. And she's turning like you're supposed to once you catch it in the middle, and turning and looking for the other guard sprinting down the floor to break the press and try to get a layup.
That was number 3 on Ashley Strevler. Don's inbounding. Byral gets it on the near wing. Hands it to Albrecht. High post for Immerfall. Marissa to Brown up top. Albrecht a three again, and it is good. Oh, Marissa Immerfall finds an open Morgan Albrecht, and the Dons are up by 3 with 13 minutes to play. And now we've got a timeout on the floor, right?
By Columbus.
By Marshfield?
We just made 2 threes in a row, and we're calling it timeout. I don't understand why you're stopping momentum. I don't get it.
Columbus takes the timeout?
Yeah, they did. Full timeout.
Oh, my goodness. With 13:03 to go. And the Dons, things over after 2 threes go in by Morgan Albrecht, I guess.
He just had a great momentum going, and you don't want to really break that. And the crowd was starting to get into it. The fans were going a little nuts here after a big 3 by Byral. Or not by Byral, but... Who hit that one? Albrecht hit that last one. Yeah, Albrecht hit that last one. But no, Columbus is doing a great job. The key right now is Columbus is handling the press of Colby. And knock on wood, they got to keep handling it, not turning it over, because they're able to get some easier baskets when they break the press.
You got that right. So let's see if Columbus can keep them. But you're right. I thought it was Colby who called the timeout. Columbus calls the timeout with 13:03 remaining in regulation, and Marshfield on top, 44-41. This is the first game of the year for the Hornets. Game number 2 for Marshfield Columbus. Following the timeout, the Hornets have the ball to our left. On top for Elmhorst for 3, and she knocks it down to tie the game. And that's what you get when you call a timeout, right?
Yeah, that's it.
And stop momentum. Now Seafluth in a half-court trap, got to get rid of it. She finds Brown on the left wing. Down low for Byrell, tied up by Alyssa Underwood. Jump ball Columbus. Yeah, you're right.
Colby was able to regroup after the little run that Marshfield Columbus had and able to come down and knock down a 3 after the timeout.
So Seafluth inbounds it to Brown on the left elbow. To Byrell in the far corner now, guarded by Morgan Geiger. Up top for Immerfall, now Albrecht on the right side. Albrecht trying to step up for 3, can't get it. Byrell on the left wing, and she's fouled, trying to drive to the basket. I think Morgan Geiger with the body.
I tell you, that Byrell, she's got a little bit of a mean streak in her, and I like that.
Yeah.
Because she goes in there, she'll mix it up. She's not afraid to body up and play physical.
Got that right. Foul on Geiger. Now the inbounds pass goes to Immerfall. Left corner 3, I believe. No good. Brown with a rebound. Dons keep it alive. Byrell on the right side trying to drive in. And Byrell spinning. Now kicking to Brown in the lane. On top, Seafluth to Albrecht now. Morgan to Brown on the right elbow. Brown gets a screen from Immerfall. Drives to the basket. Overlays it. No good. Alyssa Underwood with the rebound. Here come the Hornets back to our left. Underwood down to Geiger, baseline, and no good. We've got a travel on Geiger. Morgan walked with the ball. Katie Hall, Haley Rail, and Zoe Strotman back into the ball game. Immerfall, Seafluth, and Brown will come out for Marshfield Columbus. Tied at 44 with just under 12 left in regulation. Got a good one going here tonight. Rail's inbound pass is picked off by Colby, but the Dons get it right back. Hall has it in the backcourt. Races to the timeline, front court to our right. Hall is fouled on the left sideline by Alyssa Underwood. But Hall's got to know not to sort of dribble herself into a corner there.
Yep, they did get the foul. One referee called out of bounds on Columbus, and the other referee did call the foul on a force out on Colby. So Columbus gets the ball back.
Strotman inbounds to Rail. Back to Addie Byrell on the left wing. High post for Strotman. Puts the ball on the floor to the rim. No good. Rebound grabbed by Colby. And then a foul on a reach-in by Zoe Strotman, I believe.
You can't keep Marissa Immerfall on the bench too long here.
Yeah.
She's kind of that glue, I think, that holds this team together, being the senior and played a lot of varsity minutes the last few years.
Yeah, you're right about that. So she's on the bench right now. Tied at 44, 11 and a half to go. Colby has the ball to our left. Strevler hands it off. Elmhorst for 3 from the top of the key. No good. Rebound tip to Strotman. Zoe's got it for Marshfield Columbus. Strotman to front court right. Hands it to Albrecht on the left elbow. Now Hall in the far corner for 3. No good. And the rebound grabbed by Elmhorst, and then a rebounding foul again on Marshfield Columbus.
Those are the easiest calls for referees you can possibly have, is when the other team gets a defensive rebound and then you reach in to try to steal the ball on the defensive rebound. They're standing right there, and they like to call that, and they've called it twice in a row on Columbus now when they've tried to reach in, and all of a sudden they'll be in the bonus.
Yeah, you're right. So that one goes on Haley Rail, and that's number 4 on Haley now. Right? Yeah. Hornets have it to our left. Strevler inside for Velker. Back to Strevler for 3. Knocks it down. Ashley Strevler, a big shot right there. And it's now Colby by 3 with 10:45 to go. Here come the Dons back to our right. Strotman on top for Hall. Katie gets a screen from Strotman, now on top for Addie Byrell. Addison, step back 3, off the glass and in for Addison Byrell. A big shot by AB, knocking it down for 3, tied at 47. And now the Hornets back to our left. Ball loose in the lane, a loose ball foul here, I believe, on Marshfield Columbus.
The bank is open.
How about Addison Byrell?
Addison Byrell.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And she got a little luck there by banking it in from the top.
You got that right. Good looking sophomore. Boy, her potential is sky high right now.
It really is.
So now, tied at 47, her second baseline drive off the inbounds play for the Hornets, no good. Hall with the rebound, outlet to Seafood with 10-3. No good. Rebound by Velker, and Strevler travel.
Kind of jump.
Now ball back to Marshfield Columbus. Dons in the backcourt, getting it to Seafluth. Marin to the 10-second line. Up ahead for Strotman. Zoe gets a screen from Immerfall, dribbles to the right baseline. Strotman trying to get it over to Brown, taken away by Lopez. Long pass up ahead for Elmhorst with the left-handed layup on the other end. Not good offense there by the Dons. Columbus back to our right. Brown now attacking the lane to Immerfall, up and no good. Rebound grabbed by Alyssa Underwood. Outlet to Strevler. Here comes Ashley across the timeline. Left wing 3 now. No good for Elmhorst. Rebound Lopez. Put back no good, but a foul on the play.
Columbus is just taking too quick of shots.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just like panicking. They're getting into a frenetic mode and just feeling after one pass they got to shoot it. They got to get back and just calm it down just a bit, run their offense, and then look for the driving lanes. And if you can beat the press and get a layup, go ahead and take it. But they're just getting a little too excited here and giving Colby. That's what Colby wants. They want to scramble this game. They want to make it just very out of control, just up and down, and let's get as fast a pace as possible. And Columbus doesn't really want that right now because the game is so close and so tight.
And the second foul shot here by Lopez, no good. She missed them both. But the offensive rebound by Velker to Lopez to Strevler for 3, no good. Rebound grabbed by Colby. Now the ball is loose. A scramble for it. Seafluth and Velker fall on a jump ball. Possession, Hornets.
That's 2 second shots in a row for the Colby Hornets. They've been getting the loose balls recently.
Yeah, you're right about that. 2 in a row now. They inbound it to Velker in the lane. Fadeaway jumper, no good. And Byrell has the rebound. Outlet to Seafluth. Marin up the left sideline to our right. Hands it to Immerfall on the left baseline. Now to Rail. Rail drives to the basket. Haley strong to the rim, no good. But a whistle and a foul. And Haley Rail, I'll tell you what, she's gotten a little bigger. She's put on some muscle, I think, maybe got in the weight room. A lot more physical, and she's gotten a lot better over the summer.
She sure has, and that was a nice move into the middle, and she just about finished that. She went high off the glass and just rimmed out, otherwise she would have had a 3-point chance.
First foul shot was good. And the foul, by the way, was on Elmhorst, Carly's second. Now the second by Rail, that one is in and out, no good. Rebound tip to Elmhorst. Outlet to Strevler up the right sideline to our left with 8.5 to play. Back to Elmhorst for 3, it's short. Fight for the rebound underneath. And it goes out of bounds to Columbus. Megan Underwood tried to get it. She fell on it, but part of her body was on the end line. It will go out of bounds to Columbus now. Little backcourt pressure by the Dons. Seafluth throws it in for Rail. Haley up the left sideline to our right, and Haley bumped and fouled on her way up the floor. And a foul on the Hornets with 8:30 left in regulation, and a 1-and-1 now for Haley Rail.
We're going to see a lot of free throws here in the last 8 minutes, I think, because both teams are playing at a real high, fast pace.
Rail's first is no good. Rebound Lopez. And then she lost the ball to Rail. Haley gets it back. Byroll for three. Oh! Addison Byroll for three, and the Dons up by 2. Colby back the other way now, and a steal by Albrecht. The Dons get it back. Outlet to Seafluth now. Marin gets it to Byroll. Up the right sideline to Rail. Rail up ahead to Immerfall in the lane. Immerfall back on top. Seafluth now to Byroll. Right baseline jumper, no good. Got her own shot back. No good. And the loose ball grab by Lopez. She gets it to Alyssa Underwood. And the Dons lose the ball. Hornets have it back to our left. Down low, Lopez. Pass knocked away by Immerfall. Stolen by Rail with 7:40 to go. Here come the Dons, leading by 2. Rail on top, hands to Seafluth on the right elbow, and a reach in by Alyssa Underwood, and a Hornets foul with 7:35 to go.
That's foul number 9 by Colby in the second half, so the next one's double bonus. That helps. It doesn't put as much pressure on you when you go to the line. Here they got to make some of these free throws and take advantage of those fouls that Colby are making.
Yeah, and that's number 4 on Alyssa Underwood. So now Seafluth at the line for the Dons, and the first one is good. She'll get one more.
That's really big because free throws tend to be contagious.
Yeah.
When a couple people start making them, then everybody feels like they can make them too.
And the second one by Marin is good. She got them both. The Dons now lead by 4. 53-49 with 7.5 remaining in regulation time. Colby to our left now. Velker on top. Mackenzie Seaman out there. Strevler, a jumper from the free throw line area. Ashley knocks it down. Big shot by Ashley Strevler. She's got 19, and now we've got what?
Strevler just committed a reach-in foul on the press. So Columbus will go back to the line, this time shooting a double bonus for Rail.
Yeah, and I think that's 4 on Ashley Strevler. So again, Strevler and Underwood.
Again, not a very smart foul there in the backcourt. Just reached in, obvious call.
Rail, the free throw is good. And Hornets flirting with disaster with 4 fouls on Strevler and Underwood. Second one by Rail. Got them both. Haley Rail. 2 big free throws. And Columbus has grabbed a 4-point lead, 55-51. On the other end, a quick shot by Colby and a miss by Mackenzie Seaman. Dons with the rebound. Rail to the rim on the other end. No good on a layup attempt, but another whistle and another Colby foul.
I'll tell you what, that Haley Rail, when she gets in the open court, look out. She's very quick, and she's definitely looking to get to the rim, and she went strong that time, got right to the rack, and drew the foul.
Certainly did. Rail back at the line, and that one no good. The foul was on Carly Elmhorst, number 3 on her. And now the second one, that one is no good. She missed them both. Haley Velker with the rebound for the Hornets. They're down by 4 with 7 to play. 55-51, 4-point ball game. Colby has the ball down by 4. Strevler for 3, got it. A big shot by Ashley Strevler. A 1-point game. Here come the Dons now back to our right. Down by 1. Colby has to go back on defense. Hall on the left wing to Immerfall in the high post. Marissa right to the basket and in for 2. Marissa Immerfall. 15 for Marissa. Dons back up by 3 with 6:20 to go. Hornets back to our left now. Velker on top. Left baseline jumper. No good for Elmhorst. Gets her own rebound and goes up and gets fouled.
Columbus has to stick to Strevler. She's their money shooter. You can tell the last time down before this possession, they ran a double screen for Strevler, came wide open at three-point line. No one jumped out to try to help on the double screen, and Strevler knocked it down just like she did the shot before. She's their money player. They can't let her beat them. Make someone else make some shots because no one else has been able to make any shots recently except for Strevler.
Elmhorst at the line. She missed the first one. Here's the second one. And the second one is no good. And the rebound, though, grabbed by Velker. And no, Addison, or Immerfall fights her for it. And it was Velker who knocked it out of bounds to Marshfield Columbus. Zoe Strotman back into the ballgame now for the Dons. She'll inbound it to Haley Rail in the backcourt. Rail getting to the 10-second line, gets a screen from Annika Brown, now gets it to Strotman. Byral on the left wing. Addison on the left side. Left baseline drive, a spin move to the basket, no good. And a rebound by Elmhorst. Here come the Hornets back to our left. Elmhorst throws it away in transition, trying to get it up ahead for Mackenzie Seaman. And no, it was tipped out by Columbus. One official overruled the other.
They missed that one. No one tipped that one. That was thrown out of bounds by Colby, straight out of bounds.
And now the third official is going to get together and talk about it. And I think it could be 2 against 1 here.
Yeah, I think it is. Columbus did not tip that ball.
And I think they're going to, not sure what the issue is. Maybe they're talking about, yeah, I didn't see the ball get tipped. Is there going to be a change?
Nope, they're staying with Colby.
No, no change. Strevler will inbound baseline for the Hornets. Lobs it in. Back to Strevler, near corner for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound by Immerfall for Marshfield Columbus. Outlet to Addie Byral. Addison across the 10-second line to our right. Byral now in the near corner. Rail on top. Brown gets it on the right wing. Back to Rail to the basket. No, partially blocked. And Seaman grabs the loose ball for Colby with 5:20 to go in regulation. The Hornets down by 3, trailing Marshfield Columbus 57-54. Hornets trying to get it inside, and Strevler throws it away, trying to work the ball inside to Heather Lynn. Pass too high and out of bounds to Columbus with 5:08 to go.
Columbus's defense has caused Colby to make a lot of turnovers here in the second half, and you attribute their defense. And there again, Colby tried to force it inside, and there really was nothing there. Trying to get into the post, and the lob pass was way overthrown and went right out of bounds.
Timeout on the floor. We will step away and stay with us. We've got more basketball in just a moment.
This time of
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, 5:08 remaining in regulation. Marshfield Columbus leading the Colby Hornets 57-54. High school girls basketball for you tonight here on WOSQ alongside on the rebound, right? Under 5. Hornets to our now. On top, gets it to Seaman. Now Strevler back. Now to drive right, but a free throw there. Columbus here's leading by 3. Rail in the right wing. Corner. Hands it off to Rail. Velker went for the steal, didn't get it. Brown on top, near side Strotman. A little too early to take the air out of the ball, isn't it?
Well, Colby's sitting in a 2-3 zone or whatever.
Immerfall down low, put up a shot. No good, but I think Viral was there for the rebound. She missed the putback attempt, but was fouled.
Yeah, Addison Byro got the second shot chance and was able to draw the foul, but Colby's sitting in a zone, which I'm really surprised about at this phase of the game, and so Columbus is just moving the ball around.
First foul shot by Byro goes in, and it's a 4-point game once again with 3.5 to go in regulation. You've got to make these free throws here. Substitutions now for both teams. Megan Underwood back in for Colby. Alyssa Underwood back in there as well. Seaman and Lynn go out. Here's Byral's second shot. And that one is no good. Rebound grabbed by Megan Underwood. 4-point Columbus lead with 3:25 remaining. Hornets have it to our left. Alyssa Underwood, jumper, left side, no good. Byro with the rebound. Here come the Dons back to our right. We're at the 3-minute mark. Byro walks it across the 10-second line, hands it to Maren Seafluth, who skips it back over to Morgan Albrecht on the left side. Now back to the right side for Seafluth. The ball got away from her, and the Hornets have it. Seafluth lost it. Now Strevler for three, no good. Byro with a rebound, and the Dons get it back. Here's Seafluth now with 2:45 to go. Byro across the timeline to Albrecht now. They're going to spread the floor, and the Dons take a timeout again with 2:43 left in regulation time. And we're going to keep it here with 2:43 left in the ball game. 59-55, the Dons by 4.
Yeah, what a great performance here by the Columbus Dons. And as I said earlier, this is a game they got to figure out how to win. They're up 4 now with 2:43 to go, and both teams are basing a double bonus right now. And this is Columbus's game to win. And they're playing really well. They're handling the press super good. And I got to give kudos to Addison Byro. She's taken the ball a couple different times and just calmed it down. She just held it, let everything calm down just a little bit, because Columbus has gotten to a frenetic pace at times and taken some really, really quick shots earlier in this second half. But right now, they're doing a good job of handling themselves and making sure they get a quality shot.
All right, so with 2:43 left in the ball game, the Dons inbounding the ball. Byro throws it in for Immerfall. Right to the rim, off the glass, no good. Rebound, Alyssa Underwood. And here come the Hornets, down by 4. Underwood, front court to our left. Hands it off to Strevler. Ashley between the circles. Hands it off to Elmhorst on the left wing. Elmhorst now out top for Megan Underwood. Right side for Alyssa Underwood. Back on top, Strevler now. Strevler trying to drive in from the left side. It's not there. But now she has a three from the near corner. No good. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Columbus. No, they're going to say tipped out by Colby. Last touch by the Hornets. It'll be Don's ball. Seafluth.
I was going to say, Columbus very fortunate. Let Strevler wide open, but she missed the three.
So Seafluth will inbound it to Immerfall. Immerfall gets it to front court to our right with 2 minutes to go. Hands it off to Katie Hall. Now to Seafluth out near the 10-second line, guarded by Strevler. Under 2 minutes to go. Albrecht has it now, guarded by Elmhorst. Dons are pulling the ball out a little bit here.
They don't have to shoot if they can handle it.
If they can keep the ball going now and not lose it here. Hall has it to Albrecht on the near sideline. Don's taking the air out of the ball right here. And now a pass to Byro. Oh, Byro couldn't get the ball. She lost it. And the Hornets get the steal, and I think in transition, a Columbus foul. Morgan Albrecht picked up her dribble there, and she didn't need to.
Yeah, she kind of got, once she picked up her dribble, she panicked and just kind of fired a pass toward Byro. And Byro did everything she could to try to corral it, but she just couldn't.
And the foul then in all of that, and Elmhorst at the line misses her first free throw attempt. The foul, by the way, was on Morgan Albrecht, her third. So still a 4-point game here with 90 seconds to go.
That was a very tight first free throw by Elmhurst. She's very short. And
second one is good, though. She gets 1 of 2 there. And now the Hornets take a timeout. 90 seconds to go. Dons up by 3, trying to beat the Hornets here at home. Stay with us. We've got more basketball in just a moment.
If you heat your home...
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
All right, 90 seconds from the end, and 59-56 lead for Marshfield Columbus, Todd, with 1:33 on the clock.
Yeah, it's going to come down to who has the most poise and can keep their emotions under control here to handle the pressure. You get down to crunch time here, you see who really wants the ball and who can handle it. You got to be tough with and strong, and you got to knock free throws down. That's how you win close ball games. So we'll see which team can do it.
If Columbus wins this game, I mean, I would maybe have to call it an upset a little bit.
Oh, you got to. You got to. Based on last year's record and Colby having a lot of players back, you'd have to. So hopefully Columbus can pull this one out.
We'll see what they can do. 90 seconds away. Columbus with the ball following the Colby timeout, and the Dons throw the ball away on the inbounds pass. Seafluth, a bad pass to Immerfall in the backcourt, and the Dons with a turnover.
You've got to watch Strevler here. You can't let Strevler beat you. You got to stick to her, and you got to switch the screens if you have to, but don't let her get an open look.
So now the Hornets get the ball. Strevler inbounds it to Elmhorst. The Hornets have it front court to our left now. Alyssa Underwood on the right elbow to our left. Back on top, Elmhorst. Now Strevler has it. Back on top, Elmhorst, guarded by Albrecht. Elmhorst, and I think away from the ball, there's a foul. There's a whistle, and it's going to be on Albrecht.
Extremely touchy foul there.
Wow, I'm not sure there was a whole lot there, but a little bit of a what, reach-in?
He called a little body. She just tried to cut her off and got just a really cheap foul.
So Elmhorst at the line. The first one is good. It's a 2-point ball game, 59-57. Second foul shot here for Elmhorst now. That was number 4 on Albrecht. The second one is good. Got them both to make it a 1-point game. Seafluth in game.
Can't forget the red tape.
I'll take that.
What are you doing? You can't just take away red tape. Red tape and bureaucracy are what make this world go round. Without them, it'll be chaos.
People don't like red tape, so I take it away. But they do like red velvet cupcakes. That's not sanitary.
Well, 1:09 on the clock, and the Columbus Dons lead Colby 59-58. But the Dons have just thrown the ball away, and the Dons, I guess, Todd, losing their poise a little bit, and they allowed Colby to hang around the whole time, not really putting them away at all.
They're definitely, that's what's happened. Last 2 possessions, Columbus has made basically unforced errors. I mean, they weren't even really pressed. They just made a bad pass, and the ball went right out of bounds in 2 different occasions. And again, that's how you lose ball games. So let's see if they can regroup here and hold on.
They got to play some defense. Colby has the ball to our left now. A minute to play in regulation. Hornets down by 1. They have the ball to our left. And Velker has it. She'll turn and shoot. No good. Rebound underneath by Megan Underwood. No good, but a rebounding foul on Marshfield Columbus with 53 seconds left. And Megan Underwood will be at the foul line shooting free throws, and she'll get 2 of them. And the foul was on Marin Seafluth, her second. First one is no good, in and out. Megan scoreless tonight so far.
Columbus needs to get this rebound. Got to box out and get this miss.
Here's the second one, then she made it. Oh, she went over the line early. She went over the free throw line early, and she made it, but they're going to wave it off. It's still a 1-point Dons lead, and they get the ball back with 53 seconds left in regulation. And they have to go length of the floor. Inbounds pass knocked away by Elmhorst, out of bounds to Columbus. Now with 51 seconds left in regulation. So Seafluth will inbound the ball. Now on the far wing to our right. Seafluth in for Biro. Addison to the 10-second line. Now Addison has to keep her dribble alive. Watch out for the double team. She gets it to Haley Rail. Now they're going to foul Haley Rail with 40 seconds left. And the reach in by Alyssa Underwood. Now all you have to do if you're Columbus is make a bunch of free throws and win the game.
Addison Biro basically took that. She told Seafluth when she took the ball out, get the ball to me. Get it to me. I told her, so I had to go over there and talk to her. Seafluth threw it up. Biro made sure she got it, brought it up under control, and was able to get it to Rail. And then Rail got fouled. Excellent job by Biro wanting the ball. You can see she's the person that wants it.
And Rail missed her first free throw. She's missed her last 3 from the foul line.
That was a good-looking shot. It was in and out, so it wasn't a bad-looking shot, just didn't drop.
Got to get one here. The second one is good for Haley Rail. So now it is a 2-point Columbus lead. 35 seconds to go. Colby has it to our left. Watch out for the 3-bomb from you-know-who.
Yep, Strevler. They're setting her screens. Here she comes.
Strevler in the far corner for 3. Nope, passed on it.
Oh, they left her wide open.
Oh, for the lead. No, air ball. Rebound put back by Megan Underwood. No good. A rebounding foul on Colby with 17 seconds remaining, and Immerfall is down.
She's tough. She'll be okay.
It's a rebounding foul on Colby after a backdoor miss by Megan Underwood after she got the rebound off the missed 3 from Ashley Strevler, who the Dons left wide open, and she missed it.
The Colby Hornets had 2 excellent opportunities. Strevler wide open from the corner, nobody on her. She airballed it, but her teammate was able to grab the air ball and had a point-blank layup and underlaid it.
Yep, and now Immerfall at the line, in and out, no good. Immerfall missed it from the foul line. She's got one more here to make it a 3-point game.
This is huge. That way you can pretty much not lose the game on a 3 at least.
Yep. And here it is. That one is no good. Rebound Colby with 15 seconds to go. Here come the Hornets down by 2. Lopez for 3. No good. Put back rebound. No good by Elmhorst, but a foul by Columbus with 9 seconds to go. And now Carly Elmhorst can tie the game at 60 with 2 free throws here and 9.1 on the clock.
The second shots, the last 2 times down by Colby, have really killed the Columbus Dons. Both times they got layups, and they haven't been able to make either one of them, but that time, fortunately, Colby got fouled.
And the first one is good. It's a 1-point game. This one would tie the game at 60 by Elmhorst, and now we've got a Colby timeout with 9.1 on the clock. Timeout on the floor. Stay with us. We've got the second free throw. Hornets go for the tie when we come back after this.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10.
Football titles today, extending 70 games, a 27-7 win earlier tonight at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison. One of the finals from earlier today, and D2 Waunakee comes from behind to defeat Brookfield Central 14-13. All right, so following the timeout, Elmhorst at the line. And the second free throw is no good. The rebound by Colby. There's a rebounding foul. There's a whistle on the rebound by Velker. Now, the question, was she fouled or did she travel? Jump ball.
Columbus ball.
Possession Columbus with 7.2 seconds on the clock. And the Dons lead by 1 and they have the ball. On the verge of an upset over Colby here tonight. Hall will inbound in the backcourt. Got to get the ball to Byrell. She lost the ball. Knocked away by Elmhorst. Out of bounds to Marshfield Columbus with 6 seconds on the clock. Hall will inbound in the backcourt again. Columbus by 1 point. And now here comes Morgan Geiger into the ball game for the Hornets. Megan Underwood will come out. Katie Hall to inbound. She's got to get the ball in. Throws it into Rail. Rail had it knocked away by Strevler. Strevler knocked it out of bounds going for the steal. And the Dons will inbound again. Another second ticks off. Hall will inbound again. Trying to get it into Immerfall. Poked away by Velker, out of bounds to Columbus one more time. Another half second ticks off. 4.5 seconds on the clock now. Hall will inbound yet again. She gets it to Immerfall, and going for the steal is Velker, and Velker fouls Marissa Immerfall with 3.3 seconds on the clock, and she makes one of these, and the Dons, I think, win the game, right?
No, they're only up 1 point.
Well, okay, but
they're only up 1 point.
Can you get a half-court shot off for 3 with 3 seconds left? Well, that's what you're faced with.
Well, you hope so with 3.3.
Here's the free throw by Immerfall, and it's good. Now it's a 2-point ball game. 61-59. 3.3 seconds on the clock. Now there's a timeout on the floor with 3.3 seconds on the clock. And it's a full timeout. We'll keep it here and let you know that, again, Division II state championship in football goes to Waunakee. They were down 13-0 going into the fourth quarter. Waunakee scores 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. Javian Dane, son of Badger great Ron Dane, 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And Waunakee comes from behind to beat Brookfield Central in the D2 title game earlier today. In D3, Rice Lake capturing its second state title with a 25-3 win over previously unbeaten New Berlin Eisenhower in the Division III championship game earlier today at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison. How about that?
Wow, some good games in the state tournament, what you expect.
Yeah, you got that right. How about Waunakee? I watched that game. Down 13-0. Brookfield Central just could not put them away and won at 10 yards. And Waunakee Columbus on the verge of beating Colby. 3.3 on the clock. Immerfall at the line for the Dons. Second free throw is good, and it's a 3-point Columbus lead. The Colby Hornets have to hit a three-pointer with 3.3 seconds left in the game to tie it, and they're going to throw the ball away, and Columbus is going to win. The Columbus Dons upset the Colby Hornets here tonight, 62-59. And the Dons have their first win of the season. The Colby Hornets fall to 0-1. Columbus improves their record to 1-1 with a big win here in the Eastern Clover Bell Conference tonight as they upset Colby 62-59, our final score here this evening.
And actually pull out an upset win over a real good Colby team.
How about that, huh? I mean, that is an upset.
It is. It definitely is. And again, it makes your next games, when you have these close ones, in your mind, when you believe you can win them, because you've done it before, it's just going to help them so much in the games they play going forward.
Colby with a big run to the sectionals last year. Columbus, I mean, didn't get out of the regionals. They were they've always kind of been that middle of the pack team in the Eastern Clover Belt because you're dealing with, Neilsville and Loyal and Colby and Owen Withey is always right there as well. And so you've got to give the edge to Colby coming into this game, and this is by far an upset here tonight. And boy, this could loom large now in terms of the Clover Belt down the stretch in February. You might look back at a game like this from November 17th and go, man, this game played a huge part maybe in the standings come February.
Yeah, an early game like this, you don't usually think that an early game like this is going to mean that much, but it certainly could in this particular situation with this big upset by Columbus of the Colby Hornets.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, just huge, huge, huge. So we will get a visit from the winning coach, as we always do. I forgot to tell Marty, if you win, come on up for the post. And it's not that I didn't think he would win. I just forgot to tell him. I did tell Coach Rao, though, you know, before the game, hey, if you get the win, come on up.
I think it was a little of both. So.
I will be honest. I thought I would be talking to Coach Rao after this game. And just because, again, of the experience factor and a lot of changes for Columbus, including the head coach. But Colby, everyone back from that sectional team a year ago, not everyone, but you know what I mean. Most of their points are back. They lost a couple of seniors, but everyone else is back. And this is an upset certainly here tonight. And Marshfield Columbus knocks off Colby 62-59. I don't know that I've ever had a bigger game this early in the year. And it just feels like, I mean, first game out for us for a high school basketball season, it was a playoff atmosphere. Are you kidding me?
It was.
This was awesome, baby.
It was. And you got your opening night at the Columbus Gymnasium here, and you pull off a big win like this. You're going to get some more fans after this one. There weren't a lot of Columbus fans here. There were some. But I tell you what, you get wins like that, the community will come out and really, really support a team, kind of like they do the boys team, which has been a little more successful over the years.
Right.
If the girls can do something like that on a more regular basis, there'll be more people getting excited about Columbus girls basketball.
Yeah, you got that right. Yeah, after the Dons boys made a state run last year, you know, and, you know, run into the eventual champs, Barneveld down there. But what a heck of a run for the Columbus Dons boys team a year ago. And they got a lot of the headlines, a lot of the attention, a lot of the radio, newspaper coverage. They were on TV. They were, you know, I mean, they were Hollywood stars, baby. They were getting the VIP treatment. And then, oh, by the way, there's a girls team here at Columbus. And, you know, we did cover them a fair amount, as we always try to do. But obviously a lot of the attention. And even the girls team was like, oh, man, we're so jacked about the boys team. They were even putting a lot of focus on the boys team a year ago. But they just put themselves on the map, I think, by knocking off the Colby Hornets in front of Neilsville head coach John Geyer in the audience. Edgar head coach Betty Ermansky sitting over here scouting. And they just showed off to a couple of great coaches, and they just got the attention of a couple of other schools here tonight.
They sure did. They just became relevant in the conference by this win. And, you know, some of the keys to the victory, in my eyes anyway, were the amount of ball handling skills or ball handling players that Columbus has. They've got a lot of people that can handle the ball and take care of it. They did make some mistakes down the stretch, a couple of them, but for the most part handled the pressure of the Colby Hornets pretty well, and actually got the Colby Hornets in some foul trouble. They had a lot of fouls and were in double bonus pretty early at about the 8-minute mark, where they were shooting 2 for the rest of the second half. And then the rebounding, the scrappiness of the Columbus Dons team. They've got 2 people that really lead them in Byrel and Immerfall. Very, very tough kids that definitely are scrappy, play physical, and aren't going to back down from anyone. And Byrel, as a sophomore, you can see she wanted the ball down the stretch. She was telling her teammates, get me the ball. I want it. Give me it. I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to make sure I'm strong with it, and I'll make sure we don't turn it over. And she did that. So, yeah, give a lot of credit to the whole team, and it's a great win.
Addison Byrell, I'm telling you, she is a phenom just waiting to happen. You just watch her play, and she just gets it. And she has the physical, she has the build and the mentality for it. She's got the physical mentality, and she's just a better athlete than a lot of other players out there. She has the gene, you know. She's got the basketball gene, and she looks like a female basketball player, and you can just tell she's got that X factor out there.
Yeah, and she's a little different than her sister. You know, Kendra Byrell was a little bit taller as she was a senior, so you know, Addison has that ability to get 6 foot, 6'1", because her genes are there. But I think basketball is more her sport, whereas Kendra, she was really focused on volleyball. She played basketball as her second sport, but she loved volleyball, and obviously playing over in Eau Claire now at the UW over there in volleyball, that's where's her sport, and she's doing very well at it. Whereas Addison's a little more into basketball. I think it's her primary sport, and you could see it. She wants it. There's the intensity there, and she handles the ball pretty well for a girl 5'10", too. She does a pretty good job of handling it in the open court.
Yeah, you got that right. Addison Byrell, great game tonight, and she finishes with 15 points. And I believe she was the, well, no, let's see, 2, 4, 9 is, Marissa Immerfall, 17 points to lead the Dons. Addie Byrell, 15 points off the bench. And so 2 great games there by those 2 players. And the Dons hold off the Colby Hornets 62-59. Eastern Clover Belt Conference girls basketball here tonight on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield. With Todd Schultz, I'm Mike Warren. Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast, and it helps when you got a Columbus grad on the other end, you know, at the controls. Maybe Tommy was the good luck charm for the Dons here tonight.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? You just never know. But
because, you know, when we got the kid from Auburndale, you know, then Colby would probably win the game, right?
Yeah, I don't know. You're a little more in that superstition stuff to me. I'm kind of like the X's and O's guy.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Okay, this has got to be tough down the stretch and not make mistakes and want it. You got to want that ball.
Yeah.
And that's a mental thing more than a physical thing to say, hey, I can take care of it. I want it in crunch time. I don't want to be, oh, God, it's like a hot potato. Get it out of my hands. I'm scared to have it at this time because I don't want to make a mistake. That's all a mental thing. And, again, games like this are so big because when you win them, you can go into the next game that you have the same situation and you're not afraid to play because you know you've done it before.
Right. And then you factor in 2 Marshfield High School grads sitting at the mic. You know, what does that mean? How does that factor in? It doesn't.
Absolutely zero.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much. Yeah, you're right about that, though. What a great game by this Columbus Dons team. They get the win here tonight, beating the Colby Hornets. Yes, that's right. Do not adjust your radios. They are working properly. Columbus 62 and Colby 59. We're waiting for Columbus Dons head coach Marty Draxler. Oh, here he is right now. As long as we are on the air here, let's make sure we can get the mic working here. And we'll give that to the coach as our post-game report continues here tonight on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield. Let's bring in Marty Draxler, head coach of the Columbus Dons. Hang on here. I got to make one more adjustment here. All right, now I think I'm ready. Coach, welcome to the post-game report.
Thank you very much for having me.
Your first visit to the post-game microphone.
And I only come if I'm a winner. A guy could get used to this, right?
That is correct. You're only invited if you win, so I would suggest you keep winning.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. You just beat the Colby Hornets. What's your reaction?
My reaction is that we beat a very good team. They shot the lights out the first half. And we stuck with them. We did all the little things right. I don't have any of the stats. I didn't have an opportunity to look at those, but I believe that we rebounded very well. I don't think we had near as many turnovers as we had in Rib Lake, and we played as a team. You know, we ran 8 deep. Every girl played significant minutes, and they're believing in themselves, and they're being very good teammates. And if we continue to play like this, we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I'm way overpaid if we continue to play like this.
What a great game. Let's bring in Todd Schultz. Todd, what are your thoughts for the coach here after this one?
Well, you guys handled the pressure very well because in the second half they really turned it up. I could see defensively, so maybe comment on how your team kept their poise when Colby really came at you at the start of the second half.
I believe that for the most part we did. We went through what, you'd have to help me with the time, about 3:30 to about 2:30, game remaining. We went through a little bit of, we tried taking the air out of the ball. I asked them to run open post and, not necessarily to shoot unless they had a layup, and that didn't work very well. I brought them to the sidelines, and then I told them, just play normal basketball. Don't worry about it. If you got an open shot, take it. And that seemed to make the difference. And I asked them to help each other. And we came back to the ball. A lot of times when the pressure gets on, kids say, you should really have the ball because I don't want it. And I didn't see that tonight. We presented ourselves well. And we talk about in practice that a good pass is made by the receiver, not necessarily the passer.
Yeah, we talked a lot about the broadcast of kind of figuring out ways to win close games, and that's something that Columbus had some real good opportunities last year to win some games against Loyal, Neillsville, and just got to figure out ways to win, and you did it tonight. How's that going to help you going forward in a game like this?
It teaches the kid composure. To them, they have to relax. If they get all excited, bad things happen. We don't have that one person that's going to step up, and be able to shoot that three. We made free throws. You guys got the stats in free throws. It appeared to be pretty decent. So we got to play like a team, and all this pressure early is awesome. It teaches us how to work and builds confidence. You guys watch basketball for a long time. If you have self-confidence, good things happen.
Yeah, and we had to notice the sophomore, Addison Byro. We could see at the end of the game she wanted the ball. Maybe comment on her performance tonight.
For sophomore, she did extremely well. She has that composure. She wants to be that go-to player. Up to this point on the teams that she's played on, she's been that person. And we've got her playing post because of her size, and she's a guard, realistically, and she's not afraid to come get it. It's awesome to see a sophomore with that much confidence.
What'd you tell them after they made those two key turnovers at the end there when it was 1:33 left, and we were talking about having poise at that point, being up by I think 3 points or 4 points at that point, and your team turned it over twice in a row, and I think there was a timeout. What did you tell them in the huddle at that point?
I can't say that over the radio.
Because we were saying, this when they got to dig in and make sure that they get a win here.
Basically, I just told them to relax and calm down. And I said to them, you know what? If we lose this game, does the world end? Or you're not going to get married, or you're not going to graduate from college, or you're not going to have 10 kids and live happily ever after. Just relax. It's just a basketball game.
Yep. No, great team win. Everyone played well, and the scrappiness. I think the scrappiness on the rebounding was just huge, with being led by Immerfall and Byro underneath with their toughness, and I think the other kids feed off of that, and that's great. And that's how you stayed in the game with the rebounding.
And even the girls, the shorter girls, the shorter of the shortest. I thought Miss Brown went and got the ball quite well. Zoe went and got the ball. They're down in there scrapping and boxing out, and it was a fun game. If they're all like this, it's good stuff.
Oh, it's a great game to watch. I hope you get a few more fans. We talked about the boys get a lot of support from the community. If you put up wins like this against teams like this, you're going to get a lot more people in the stands.
Yeah, I thought we had a great crowd tonight for opening deer hunting starting tomorrow. Most guys are probably in the woods or on their way.
That's true. That's maybe why.
I appreciate the coverage, guys. Thank you very much.
This just in, I was trying to add up free throws. They went 9 of 23, Colby did, from the foul line. You guys went 19 of 34. So you shot, first of all, you shot 11 more, and you made 10 more.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's the ball game right there, right?
Agreed.
It is. That's not a bad percentage, especially the first night out at home. It's always tougher to shoot them in the game than it is in the practice, and that's a pretty good percentage.
Did you tell them they were supposed to get beat by Colby? You guys were the underdog, right?
I told them that we're going to play a really good team tonight, and I believe that to be true. Colby's going to be on the top of the conference by the end of the year. And it's our second game, their first game. That makes a big difference early in the season.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, huge win. We were talking about the fact that, maybe come February, you look back at a game like this, and this might play a almost like a spoiler factor in the standings at some point in the year. Who knows, right?
I would agree. I mean, on paper, we shouldn't have won.
Yeah.
I mean, they're better on paper.
It feels good, doesn't it?
It really does.
Your first win as a head coach.
Yes, sir.
Right? Right?
At basketball.
At basketball at the varsity level, right?
Correct.
Because I don't know what I know you've been around the boys program for a lot of years. This is your first head coaching job, though, right?
Well, that's not true. I was a varsity soccer coach at one time.
Okay.
Back in 1903 or
okay, so way back when they just had invented soccer, and you were the only guy around.
Yeah,
so.
correct. Yeah, they didn't have any choices.
By default, you were the head soccer
correct.
coach. First time as a head basketball coach.
That is true.
So your first basketball win.
Correct.
Feels good?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So you can only go up from here, right? I mean, you can only get better.
Correct. Hopefully.
Now? What do you have coming up? What's the schedule for you guys?
I believe we go to the Cranberry Classic. We play Assumption. And
next Friday night.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, during the day, I think on Friday, earlier in the day.
Okay.
And then I believe that Nakusa plays Loyal. So
yeah,
it'll
that
be
sounds
a winner,
about right.
Winner plays winner, loser plays loser.
Okay. Yeah, you're probably right. Okay.
Do you know much about Loyal this year? How they're going to be
Not yet.
after losing, obviously, a lot of players last year?
That's where John Albrecht is such a huge help because he knows the girls. His daughter plays AAU ball. And Marissa played AAU ball. And they know all of these kids. So I'm relying on him. And his scouting report was right on. I mean, he told me before the game, this is what they're going to do. This is the players we need to watch. And he's spot on.
Wow. Great to have the good assistant coaches. They make you look good sometimes, right?
And I need all the help I can get.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I said before the game, I said, hey, you've heard of Mardi Gras? Now it's Marty Ball. It's Marty Ball time, baby.
That's a good one.
So here we are. Congratulations, Coach, on your first win as a head basketball coach. That's got to feel good.
Thank you for the coverage.
All right, and only, 400 more to go. All right, thanks. Marty Draxler, kind enough to stop by. What a win for his program here tonight.
Yeah, what an exciting game. I mean, this is a real, like you said, almost a classic, instant classic in the second game of the year for Columbus. I don't know how they can match this going forward because this had everything. I mean, it had ups and downs, it had twists and turns, it had it all. And really, really fun game to watch and to cover.
It's Marty Ball, baby. I'll tell you what, this is fun. Marty Ball 2017. It's off and running with a big upset win over the Colby Hornets here tonight. And and Colby's one of those teams, Randy Rao, he's been around long enough. This is his 13th year as the head coach in Colby. He knows this is just one game, sort of like Marty was saying. Your lives aren't going to, telling the kids it's just one game, one loss, whatever. You can't win, or you don't lose 20 games tonight with one game. You lose one. And so Coach Rao, I'm sure, has his team, probably telling them, hey, look, okay, it's one game. It's early on. We got 23 more to go or whatever. And we'll be there at the end. But, he's probably inside, to himself, he's probably thinking, how did we just get beat, And he said before the game, he told me, I don't know much about Columbus this year. I just know that they're fast and quick, and they're because he said they're always like that. So, now I guess we know a little bit more about Columbus, or at least he does, than we did before the game, and we do too. Because this team played with a lot of heart tonight, right down to the wire, and they came out with the big win.
Well, Coach Rao cannot be happy. He cannot be happy because the Colby Hornets really turned the ball over a lot in the second half. Just a lot of, some of them were unforced turnovers. Some were forced by the defense of Columbus, but made a lot of turnovers. I didn't keep the stats. I would imagine they were close to 20 turnovers per the game, 18, 20, something like that. Way more than they should have for an experienced team like the Colby Hornets coming off a real nice season last year. So you got to give a lot of, again, credit to Columbus's defense, but again, he cannot be happy, and he's got a lot to work on going forward after this Columbus game.
By the way, I missed a free throw for Colby, which they missed. So instead of 9 for 23, they were 9 for 24. Columbus 19 of 34. So again, the Dons took 10 more free throws than Colby and they made 10 more than Colby in the ball game as well.
Well, Colby shooting, around 40%. They're 38, 40%. That's just not going to get it done, and that's going to kill you, especially in a close ball game like this. You got to make more free throws, and Columbus was able to make a higher percentage. They did miss a couple key ones down the stretch, but then Marissa came and knocked 2 right at the end after she had missed 2 right before that.
Right.
She came up and stepped up, and that's hard to do after you missed your last 2 and then come up and make the next 2. Your confidence is down, but she stepped up and nailed 2 to give Columbus the 3-point lead with the 3.3 seconds to go, and Colby couldn't even get a shot off with the 3.3 seconds.
You got that right. Well, like I said, I was trying to set that up for you and go, you expect them to, now better team. I suppose Neilsville in that situation are probably able to get a good shot off. Colby probably too. I mean, they just, I didn't exactly see what happened. They kind of lost the ball in the transition or what, but they just did not get a good shot off. Most teams, like those, should be able to in 3.3 seconds. Is that what you're saying?
You should be able to get it, between the 3-point line and the half court, and at least get a shot off. Maybe get a little further down the court. Now with girls, it's a little bit tougher because they don't, typically can't throw it quite as fast, quite as hard from the end line to get the first pass in. So it takes a little bit longer, and that's what kind of happened. Colby tried to throw it into about half court, and it was a real lob pass, and the clock was running once it hit, and she fumbled it, and there just was no time to even get a heave up toward the basket from half court because she just wasn't in no position to get enough strength to get it up there, and again didn't even get a look of any kind with that 3.3. So you were actually right when you said it should be over with 3.3, but I've seen strange things happen with less than 5 seconds left, so I wasn't giving up yet.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. I have too, but I don't know. I just didn't see it happening, and it didn't. So
no, not even close.
Made me look good.
Didn't even have to hold your breath. Sometimes those heaves from half court, you just hold your breath and hope it doesn't go in. But you never know because it's heading toward the basket, and you think, well, it could go in and either tie the game or win it.
So, and Colby Columbus, I should say, gets the win over Colby here tonight, 62-59. Colby outscored Marshfield Columbus 33-27 in the first half, but the Dons came back and outscored the Hornets 35-26 in the second half to get the 3-point win here tonight. Marissa Immerfall leads the Dons with 17 points, 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Addison Byrell, 15 points, 3 of 4 from the foul line, and 2 3-point baskets as well. She had a great game.
She really did, and again, a banger down there, and I don't think Columbus is going to be as undersized as what maybe you think, because when you got a couple of girls like Immerfall and Byrell who are physical and play tough and use their bodies to the utmost that they can, and they both got solid frames, they can really body up if they need to. You can take away some of them inches by using your body, and even if you got a couple 3 inches you're giving away, you can still match up. Now if they match up against 6'2" girls, yeah, it could be tough, like against Rib Lake. They have a real tall gal, like 6'1" or 6'2".
Right.
And I know in the pregame they were saying that Immerfall got blocked a few times.
Yeah, she had
her.
5 or 6 blocked shots or something like that.
Right. So that definitely gets in your head when you get blocked that many times. All of a sudden, you're intimidated by almost every shot you take.
Yeah, the other key for Columbus in that second half, Morgan Albrecht came to life in the second half. She had 1 point at halftime. She goes off for 11 in the second half, including 3 big 3-point baskets. She ends with 12 tonight, and she was 3 of 4 from the foul line. That was key in that second half as well.
Yeah, and her key from when I've watched her in the past and watched her tonight, if she's got an open look, she's a really good shooter. But sometimes she tends to force it a little bit and take shots with guys or people right in her face, and then she shoots a very low percentage at that point. So she did a better job of shot selection in the second half and didn't force it and got the open looks. And she's got enough players on her team that she's not the only one they're going to focus on. So she's going to get some open looks. If she does, she's got a nice shot.
Yeah.
She's got to just be selective a little bit more, and she did that, and then she made those 3 in a row.
Absolutely. 6 points for Haley Rail tonight and 4 of 11 from the line, that number's got to go up.
It does, and again,
and it will.
You know, she's got a decent looking shot. A couple of them went in and out. They rimmed out, but again, her strength tonight. She played defense, and she played against Strevler for most of the game, and you know, she's very quick. Rail is, and also she handled the ball very well tonight, and very poised with it for the most part during the game, and that was key because, as I mentioned, you know, Colby really tried to turn up the defensive pressure and got themselves in foul trouble, but you know, Columbus didn't fold throughout the pressure.
By the way, 5 points or 6 points for Haley, as we said, 5 for Annika Brown, including 1 of 3 from the foul line. 4 points for Katie Hall. 3 points for Maren Seafluth, including 3 of 4 from the foul line. And that rounds out the Columbus scoring. On the Colby side, led by Ashley Strevler, 22 points, 11 in each half, 3 of 7 from the foul line, and she knocked down 3 three-point baskets. She did her best to keep them in the game. She missed some big shots down the stretch and 4 free throws as well.
Yeah, I was really holding my breath because there was a couple open looks that she had in the last 5 minutes of the game that I'm like, oh, Columbus didn't switch it properly or got caught behind a screen, and she had a wide open looks like you're playing horse. And one she airballed, and her teammate got the rebound, but actually missed the layup on a point-blank layup, and Columbus got a break there. But yeah, she didn't deliver in those last 5 minutes like you normally thought she would.
20 points for Carly Elmhorst, including 5 of 10 from the foul line. Carly had 10 points in each half tonight. And the rest of the way, 6 points for Haley Velker, 6 points for Vanessa Lopez. Lopez 1 of 4 from the foul line. Let's see, 5 points for Alyssa Underwood. And Megan Underwood, the 5th starter, scoreless tonight, including 0 of 2 from the foul line. Mackenzie Seaman, scoreless tonight. Heather Lynn, scoreless tonight. Morgan Geiger did not score in the ball game for Colby either.
Yeah, to hold Velker to 6 points is really tough because she's a extremely athletic gal, and she's a little bit taller, being probably about 5'10" or so, and she's very athletic out there.